at the Verizon Theater. We're at the ESL Pro League Season 5 Finals. And it is the semifinals between G2 and SK. Map 1 goes the way of G2 on Cash. Important to note, that was SK's pick. And now we move on to Overpass.
Yeah, Overpass, a map that G2 has actually defeated SK on in that Star Series tournament in Kiev. At this tournament, G2 did fall to Immortals. So historically, a map that's also been very strong for SK, and they get to start on the CT side here.
Does SK gain anything from the confidence that this has always been a map where Fallen is just a specialist of? And we saw how well he played in map 1. If he's going to play like that on Overpass, surely this has just been his playground.
SK have this amazing aura to force people to make mistakes when they're retaking bomb sites, Fallen especially. With that B site, right, they don't really play on it too heavily like they used to. But when they're coming back in for that retake setup, the players are picking them when they shouldn't be. You know, Fallen's basically just waiting with the AWP, and they're offering himself up to him to get kills. So if SK can, you know, keep that kind of stuff up, it's hard to do. But if they can keep that up, they're going to be in pretty good shape on their CT side.
Are we worried at all that coldzera still is not kind of showing up in the way we'd think?
Yep.
I mean, in the first map, he was the lowest rated player statistically for SK Gaming. So I think he plays a very important role towards that B bomb site. When they're aggressive towards A, they tend to play passive B, and that's where he needs to do a lot of work with Taco.
Now, Yeko, we're going to get into Overpass a little bit deeper now. I know you have a clip picked out that you wanted to show us.
Yes, this is the adjustment from G2 in day 2. From day 1, their aggression on Overpass. As you can see, they sent basically 4 players towards the A bomb site early on. We can pause it here. You can see how Kenny is actually the sole player towards the B bomb site with the AWP, Body and Apex in tandem pushing towards A long, Shocks towards mid, and MBK is by himself towards the connector area, just trying to buy time. We can play it out from here. The goal is to try and get an early advantage towards that A side of the map to fight the default from the T's. They have Kenny anchoring the B bomb site in case they go for a fast play towards B. He can get a kill or 2, and then they can play for the retake.
With how aggressive that is, it's an all-in in my mind. You know, they're going for those frags. They're trying to stop the T's before they have any stake in the round. Also finding out information if no one's there, right? So if you go that aggressive and you're using that many flashes to take fights, the round is either won or lost in that play.
We can pause it here real quick as well, so you can see the adjustment on the other side of things. Just Kenny by himself towards A. Now the rest of the team is towards B. Very important to know that Shocks is actually flashing for his teammates that are going to try and take control of water. So you can see how in the following gun round, we can play the rest of it here. They just adjust constantly. It's constant aggression from G2, and it's not just this. Just the early round aggression. On Overpass, they're actually very good at mid-round aggression, pop flashing out a monster, and just getting a lot of information on where their opponents are.
The difference is, for me, is G2 seem to be doing these things like a team, whereas SK, you watch them, it seems very individual, right? They're doing individual plays or maybe just in pairs. This seems like a whole unit. It seems they're working together, and it's well practiced.
Yeah, well, either way, we're going to see what they're up against now, because SK in the past, historically, this has been a phenomenal map for them. They need coldzera, though. Fallen can't do it alone on this map. We're going to get back with your casters, Sadikis and Henry G.
Back indeed, and we are going straight into Overpass. Yeah. I've got a sneaking suspicion. I know Fallen's so good at the park sign. I know he's very good in the close range AWP. We know he's certainly back. I've got a sneaking suspicion G2 is going to steal this one away as well.
Just in terms of individual performances so far, G2 seem to have the upper hand, Matt. Like we said, coldzera still not really arriving. We thought playoffs might be different for him. It doesn't seem to be the case as of yet, but it is the second map. Headline is G2 picking up SK's pick. They're looking with the 2-0 here. This is their map pick. They did drop it to Immortals earlier in the tournament, but that was a rough day for them. We'll see whether they can recover here as we get into round number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the second map of your first semi-final today. SK Gaming versus G2. You still with us? There we go. And it's going to be G2 starting the T side here. 5 sets of armor. And SK, 4 sets of them. It's going to be Fallen with the defuse kit, a couple of flashbangs as well. Most teams favor towards the B side of the map here on Overpass. A little bit aggressive towards middle, trying to get some information here. And you can see them setting up for the B split. The boost coming in. Phelps gets the first headshot. coldzera chiming in as well, looking for a second. Taco steals it away.
I think Phelps got one of the 2. He missed a lot of shots, but it turns out it may not even matter. Look at this round. It's all SK until MBK finds 2 quick headshots. Yeah. They deal with that swiftly. Keep in mind, everyone this weekend playing on i7 quad cores. Things are going to be silky smooth for them, so Phelps has nothing to blame except for his accuracy on the first few shots that he missed, but made up for it.
Yeah, certainly did. The boost coming in from the CT side. It's quite rare to see that, I have to say. Works out for them as well. Like we normally suggest, it's the B side of the map that the Terrors like to favor. Shut down there from aggression from short and the boost as well. It's going to be 5 SMGs for SK. I'm not a fan of this by myself. They do make it work, and we do not have the force buy from G2 here now. This is actually kind of interesting. They know going up against these SMGs, they can get Galilza next round. So they don't get the bomb down, but they can still force buy into the third. It's a strategy that's used every now and then. Na'Vi sometimes use this, and it's very interesting to see how it pans out. It's a different approach to what we're used to. Normally you'd force buying in the second round if the bomb's not planted. So G2, they're not swinging in next round. So they want to keep their money about 1,500, because 1,900 on top. Next round means they get 3K, and that means they can get Galil head armor, which is exactly what that costs. So they'll have more firepower than SK going into round number 3, even though they got no plan.
Long angle for Phelps to hold from the window over toward B with an SMG, but meanwhile, it's the initial approach toward A.
This might sound ridiculous, but it's in G2's best interest not to find any kills here. They want to keep these 5 SMGs alive for SK. Don't let them upgrade to an M4. So they'd be fine with all 5 players going down and not getting anything done. If they get the bomb down in that sort of idea as well, that's amazing.
That's what I was going to say. Somehow I feel like bomb plant is of greater interest based on their positioning, but a Molotov burns 3 apparently. What? I need to see that in replays.
That's actually good though, because they don't give
the SMG
money. So they might just be jumping in those flames and thinking, you know what, let's just die to this. You can't type kill in spawn anymore like you used to at the beginning of CSGO, but you can jump in the fire and deny the extra money bonus. If they did that, that's next level strategies. That's kind of nuts.
That is pretty cool.
Can you imagine that's what they did?
1 with the SMG.
Yeah.
It's kind of curious that he found 3, so...
I'm going to ask him after this. Did you do that on purpose? That'd be insane.
All right, tweet it out. Everyone follow at, what is it, at Henry GCSGO?
That's the one.
All right, he'll tell you if he did it or not.
Okay.
You're welcome, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, here we go. Like we said, the third round force buy. Quite rare to see this in CSGO. 4 Galils, NBK with a couple of kills in the pistol means he can get the AK-47 out. That's an extra $600 for him. We'll see where this works out. They don't want to fire any shots yet. They want to make this a surprise. They've got this weaponry going forward. I think SK might have a sneaking suspicion, seeing as they had no armor and just glocked up against them in the previous round. We'll see where that comes into fruition as we get into a more interesting moment here. Just looking for any CT aggression. That's Apex hunting towards the toilet area and connector itself. I think there are 2 CTs waiting on the other side. NBK to strike first, finds Phelps. Apex the refrag, looking very promising now.
Sit tight. In the bathrooms, body getting closer. Having those SMGs could hinder them, as you mentioned. And again, G2, just to note, has gone with 3 Galils, so they are leading off toward the rifles, the secondary rifles instead. This tournament's going to have some good statistics for us when we look back on it and see how the UMP was used and utilized, or whether or not it lost its effective range. Good play, Shocks and Kenny. Good crossfire on the way through. Takedown Taco. He only manages 1 kill. Furs left against 3. You mentioned it. They haven't gotten a lot of SMG reward money. Only get 2 kills in this round. 1 SMG kill in the last out of the ones that existed.
Yeah. They did jump in the fire. That's so smart. Knowing they can't do anything with it. Just deny that kill reward. 3 players surviving it for G2. So this interesting strategy working out for them. I like it a lot. Knowing that SK, we've commented a million times, Matt, they're saying that SK like to go for those 5 UMPs on the second round, especially on the CT side. I'm not a fan of it myself, because you're limited once you go up against the rifles. The bomb does go down that pistol, but you can see how it's come back to home SK here. Going forward, the money's still reasonable. They can definitely get a buy, but G2 find round number 3 there. Headshots coming in towards connector, the refrag going in their favor. And did they jump in on purpose? I think they did, yeah, look at it. They definitely did, Matt. They're just definitely killing themselves.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's so next level. Imagine they did that and then someone snuck into B and planted. That would have been like the perfect way to lose a round.
Yeah, that's so cool.
If you're going to lose, that's how you lose.
I don't have to ask them anymore. So there we go. It's been answered for us.
That's so smart.
There we go. Well, round number 4. Of course, we do have SK with another buy here. Fallen with the AWP. Famous, a rare appearance, and that's kind of had a resurgence to this event, obviously with the UMP nerf. We'll get into that later. And Taco coming up on which his weapon. So it's going to be a couple of M4s here. And we'll see whether SK can pull this one back. Still with 2 Galils, that's G2. No all for them as of yet. They still have 4 smokes remaining, but Fallen gets the first shot, but refract by body. Advantage still lies with the T's for now.
Quick check toward long. SK trying to extend the series. Just joining us, map 2.
Yeah, Kenny's just found an AWP as well. This is looking very good now for G2.
Okay, And he's going to sit and wait and watch bathroom connection as well. So if Fur pushes through to try and get further information, he'll walk into the crosshairs. Depends on how long Kenny wants to wait around for it, because Fur doesn't need to force the issue early. There's still a minute to work with. He's comfortable just checking out toward long instead, but whose patience wears thin first? Because Kenny's moved off, it seems like his will. Fur's not gone toward the door. You can hear them rotating back from the party. So he's actually in an okay position, but this will be the flash. In body to go around the corner, and Fur needs to anticipate it. Doesn't, blind it up, taken down. Very good teamwork from G2.
Oh, you say that? They headshot each other at the same time as well.
True enough. Just a pat on the back, Henry.
Yeah, well, there you go. Body gets 2 frags. He's doing well this round. It's at the Phelps now. There's no refrag. Why is MBK there by himself? They need to make sure that kill's answered back straight away. Phelps gets gifted one. Now it's down to a 3-on-3 shot, so cleaning things up. Phelps still alive. He might be the difference maker here, but Body finally gets him at 2 versus 1 now. coldzera, no kit. Pretty far removed from this situation right now. He's got a flashbang to work with. Unlikely he wins this. Body with 3 frags so far. Now the bomb's down in the open. Kenny S on the AWP as well. I don't see how coldzera wins this. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
Double smoked off as well toward dumpster stairwell. So he goes to the bank instead. I don't know that he'll be able to withdraw much as he starts to work in. Checks both ways. Famas, again, you mentioned it at range. Flash through. I think back off. That's it.
Yeah, he's done.
No kit, no chance.
Very nice run there from G2. Slow and methodical, getting that first pick on Fallen as well. That was instrumental.
Interestingly enough, he did pick up a kit on that stairwell. And if he'd gotten that sooner, I wonder if it would have changed his thoughts.
I think so. Once that bomb's down in the open, you know Kenny's got the AWP. You never get out of duel 2 of them. Might as well save the armor. Got the kit, like he said, that's $400 picked up, essentially. And once that bomb goes down, he didn't really have a chance. Great run from Body. Although he did headshot his teammate, it was all fine in the end. Good flashbangs, good teamwork overall, G2. After losing the pistol, looking very strong here. This should be the eco now from SK Gaming. They saved the Fama short. They're going to be dropping that, and coldzera buys a UMP. Are they going to force it? I'll have a look. It looks like they are all in, Matthew. I'm not sure I agree with this one. Fallen, he'll be joining as well. Everyone down to $0 here. So a Famas, 3 UMPs. Taco, he's on the CZ. They've got a few smokes to work with, 1 kit as well from the previous round. coldzera got that. Shoxy with the Max 10 once again. Up against armor players this time. Fallen's the only CT side player with no head armor. So that Mac 10 is not going to be... Okay, shut up, Henry. It's going to be absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. He'll get a kill towards short.
8 HP left for him, but it's job done for that gun.
Yeah.
Q in the rest of SK, or Q out rather. A rather dull outro, as it's just cold remaining.
Yeah, I didn't think Shoxy would manage to crack open the B side like that, but they've gone 1 step further and killed 4 players. It's holding up. Once that first kill that came in, holding the key choke points. Waiting for the reactions there, and it's going to be coldzera left towards short. Shoxy's there by himself. Looks like coldzera is just holding a triangle. He actually didn't hear Shoxy go past, it seems. So he'll be holding up. The bomb should eventually make his way towards A. You can see Shoxy's made his way through CT spawn. So he'll call, yep, let's get the bomb over here. It's absolutely fine. But he also said the B site was open. So they're not 100% sure where they'll be going with this, but it should be all for naught. They might give a kill away depending if they go towards B. Just biding their time, though. They want to make sure everything's absolutely fine. MBK going for the connector. That should suggest, beg your pardon.
Use your words.
Yeah, I'm trying. Still early. Then they'll go towards the A side. They'll be absolutely fine here. Well, coldzera, not really much he can do about this one. He'll just be holding up outside short with the Famas in hand, and it should be almost certainly an eco going forward. It'll be a 3rd stage loss bonus after this one. So $2,400 on top of the Famas. It will be an eco for sure. Maybe some P250s. coldzera might as well save the lesser rifle. Like we said, let's just discuss this for a second. The Famas has a bit of a resurgence in this tournament map, basically because the UMP has been nerfed somewhat. We still see a lot of UMPs, but it's not as powerful as range as it once was, like last week. So that's why we see the Famas coming in. It's a few hundred, well, it's actually a considerable amount more than the UMP. That's the main problem for me, that the fact the UMP is still 1,200 and the Famas is still 2,200. So I think that gap needs to be bridged slightly, and then we'll be in the right sort of place.
We'll see what the statistics say. Right now it says Phelps is the only one getting any kills for SK. He's up to 9. I think the next best on his team is 2.
Yep, that's right. 9 for Phelps, 2 for Taco, 2 for coldzera. Fallen, 1 for 4. We need him to step up here, but G2.
They did gift, remember, Phelps 3 kills in the flames.
That's true. Yeah, he did get 3 for absolutely nothing, though. They committed suicide by jumping in the flames. That's the first time I've seen that in CSGO. That's actually, if you think about it, it's a really smart idea. Limits the CTs going forward, and you know you can't win the round.
Everyone in matchmaking after watching this is going to go voluntarily suicide.
Don't
it's
do
situational.
That. Yeah, let's make that clear. Don't just think that's a clever idea.
MBK takes down Taco. Good start again, G2 against Pistols this time. Not much to battle against, but Fur still manages one on the P250. And he's in position that he could swing back around and try and capitalize toward bathrooms as such. They have to leave Body in an angle that he can cover that position off. They've lost Body. They've lost Apex. That's bombed down. And Fur has a weapon to work with. He's got an AK. That's tremendous job by him.
Yeah, and it seems G2 got a bit ahead of themselves in that round, 1 by 1 towards key points in the map as well, not trading. That should be the headline. That's what you should be aiming for on these anti-eco rounds. You go into a key position, you need to be having 2 players there to get the refrag to avoid this being a potential. Now Kenny S, low HP, knows that there's a player on the other side towards long. I don't think he can get him. He's stuck in such a difficult position. His teammate on the other side of the map, Phelps, almost guaranteed this frag. There it is, easy kill. And now it's up to Shoxy, who is the clutch master. With this so much time remaining, maybe he can cause some damage here, but they've got the all picked up, the AK-47, and they've got the bomb. And as you would say, Matt, the trifecta of doom set up around it.
That is definitely what I would say, Henry. You are dead right, but take away 1 point on the triangle. Shox gets Fur down. They're going to slowly work back out. He's got 19. This should end in favor of SK. Cold makes sure of it. So good recovery, all things considered, when we just talked about the lack of frag distribution on the SK side, the lack of money. This buys them right back into it.
Yeah, I want to see that shot from Fallen if possible. That USB from the 8 site, it looked like that was about 50 meters as well. Blows off the head of the T coming out towards middle, and I think that was a bit of a sloppy round from G2. A wake-up call perhaps, because they shouldn't really be giving that away. We get to the first real gun round here now. It's round number 7, 3-3. Fallen back on the AWP, of course. Kenny S will be challenging him as well. Aggressive play towards the steps area is what he's known for, and narrowly misses out on that shot. I thought that was destined to be a kill, but can't quite land it. It's going to be 35 remaining. More of a default setup now, and Shoxy, of course, he finds the first headshot. He takes down coldzera towards Monster, I believe, as well. That was smoked off. I'd have to see that from his POV to see how that went down.
Spray through and Fallen, not taking any damage, has a nice gap to work toward long. They won't expect this, even flashing through. Ooh, Wald clipped it because Body goes to 19. Even flashing through, you wouldn't cover that angle traditionally with the way the pop flash goes in there. So it's quite smart. Architect of his own play with the smoke down, but unfortunately can't land a shot at completion. Spray through, and Phelps comes out with some heavy damage on 46. Rotate back over to B as well with the man down. They've spread the defense very thin. Fallen's going to try and be dynamic and get in a position to cover that from window, but it doesn't take much.
That's where he got the kill, is the boost spot. coldzera is jumping up. coldzera got his head blown off by Shoxy, so very nice stuff there. That's a difficult shot to hit.
Down, Fallen, rotating around. We said he did so early, gets in a good position. He's also spotted one at Sandbags. He'll flash over, though. He's caught by the second one. He won't have the angle to work with. Neither will Taco. He's forced out, but they line up! Best case scenario for Taco as he's completely caught and manned by a Molotov, but Shox has done a great job getting back into the site to find 2. It's Fur to clutch back. Full kits, full defuse kit. As if you could have a half defuse kit, Henry.
Yeah, right.
But he's definitely got a chance in this one, unlike Cold in his clutch, so he works his way through. Smoke in his hands. They're both going to wrap around behind him and go toward the sandbags, get the straight lineup. He's got to be quicker. If he doesn't have a smoke down or he's not ready for this angle, doesn't consider the fact that they have rotated, he's a sitting duck. And they're just going to wait for him to go for the bomb.
He could Molotov towards short and have a real chance of winning this one. Apprehensive for now, time ticking away. I think he needs to strike at this point. Molotov short, smoke the bomb. This could be it.
No, they went early. Smoke didn't even have time to bloom, and Shox reads it. Very well done, G2. And as you say, apprehensive for
Here we go. This is the shot we missed. Oh, that's lovely from Shox. Opens up that B bomb site, spreads the defense thin. Taco with a great effort there. The flashbang all over the place. Apex manages to take him down in the end, and he got another great shot towards Fallen. That was pretty much around as a 2v1 there for Fur on the screen right now, but unfortunately for him, quite slow in his decision-making process. If he just takes a gamble, throws the smoke on top of the bomb, tries baits one of them out, then the incendiary coming in. That could have been an idea. But for now, another eco for SK Gaming. Scout of a Fallen, and he's so good at that weapon. Takes down Kenny S, who had the AWP as well. 5-4 once again. Our G2 going to struggle in these anti-eco situations.
BK getting closer to where Fur actually won this battle last time. P250, he may do it again. Headshot, there he gets it. But good and swift for Apex to make his way back into the stairs. So no gun grabbed, no further threat. A lot of map opened up, although we still sit even keel. Apex changes that by obliterating Fallen on entry. He'll wrap around and try and catch Taco in transition, does so successfully. And Body will close the round, get some money on the MAC-10.
Pretty brutal stuff there from Apex. He's looking pretty crispy today. 5-3 now. Here's the replay of the Scout headshot through the smoke of the HE grenade as well. That's really nice stuff from Fallen there. And it's going to be a mishmash from the CT side. Fallen, AWP, but no armor. That's an issue. Similar story for the other players as well. They're lacking the firepower. It's going to be Fur and Phelps down to those SMGs. Smokes in towards T-steps, and looks like Fallen wants to try and get that pick once again. Holding the bathrooms for now, seeing if anyone walks into his crosshair. They'll be holding towards Playground, watching Long A, and Shoxy once again up towards Short, being a nuisance as ever.
Taco playing at the barrels. Great passive positioning, but they have Phelps and Cold also inside of the site, so they're ready for a push onto the B side. Relying then on Fallen's AWP to hold off A alone. In fact, Fur's rotating around as well. He's going to have some company. You've got to be on top of this, especially with Fur only on the SMG.
Yeah, for sure. No real damage inflicted as of yet. They're leaving Shoxy to anchor this position. You can see on the sandbags right now, listening for any sort of sound cues, nuances, something that gives him information here while his teammates make their way towards A. Even if he stays there, he can come in for a great backstab if they get the bomb down. That's a big if. As Fallen's waiting for them, and he misses a shot there. A rare miss from Fallen. He normally nails those all day long. And it's going to be a 5-on-5 for now. 45 seconds remaining, and MBK might just give his frag away. The smoke's starting to be deployed here on the A site.
Fallen forced out of position. Still has an angle to work with. Somehow hits that as the flash comes in. Good timing. And Fur is able to take down Apex. That'll allow all things to go the way of SK. Taco finding one as well. Finally a response. The first answered kill. Kenny actually wins the battle on a Tech 9. That gives MBK further room to work with already at the top of the stairs in the site, but he's got to go back to grab the ball in 15 seconds. Kenny has to hold off. Swift as ever. MBK trades it though, so he's still in this with a chance, but Cold Zero wins the exchange. And we get one closer to a tie game yet again, early, just as we were in the last map.
Yeah, comes down to Fallen there, missing a couple of shots to kick things off, and the final execution comes towards A. Molotov out of position, he starts hitting them though, and it comes down to the 1v1. The thing is, SK, sure they win the round, but only one player surviving as well. G2 have tons of money going forward here in round number 10. Looking at SK, they've got UMPs, M4s, and Fallen once again on the glass cannon. So this is a problem. Lose one round, they're in double eco territory, so he needs to be very careful here. But aggressive towards middle, trying to find his first pick. Snuck into a decent aggressive spot here. That backline position means you can hide from the initial encounters of the T. He's going to sit behind the fountain for now. Body seems to be aware and got his crosshair in that sort of position. We'll see where he comes around and pre-fires this. It's Apex first. They seem to be aware. Takes him down 5-on-4 just like that. Bit of a gamble to go in that sort of position, especially got the SMG as well. You're trying to get one kill and shut down any full execution potential from the T sides.
Push forward, G2, marching on. Quick to take long and control of the bathrooms area. Not every single round, but a few. At least 3 times they've gotten out there quite convincingly with that many kills.
Yeah, well, the good news is Shoxy's with them this time. He's not anchoring a B. That's going to walk up contact play all the way up long as well. Shoxy's made a good smoke to CT's waiting from bathroom. Fallen starting to hit shots, so this is a problem as he finds 2.
That second one was so fast. MBK takes him down. Second player fell to him as well. No, he didn't. Phelps is still in the corner. I thought he'd gone down. He's managed to get the kill on MBK. At first, he was the rear guard for Fallen. MBK managed to slip by him with the smoke down. Apex will retake the position in which Phelps just died, and with the bomb planted, a 2 versus 2. With one kit, it's only in the hands of Taco and Kenny. He's rotating out to get the default position on the AWP. There is a flash, but no smoke.
Yeah, that's a problem.
If there was a smoke, it would be better because of exactly that AWP, but the AWP's gone. Taco, what a shot! He nails Apex as well. Cold's gone down to the nade, but Taco's the one with the kit, so he can easily find it, thankfully, inside of the smoke.
I'm just wondering why Kenny S has anything to do with that round. It's an amazing shot from Taco, sure. But Kenny S, his teammate can listen up when the bomb's being touched. They had a perfect setup there, and there was a bit of a stab in T-spawn, apparently. Fallen with 2 fast shots. That was amazing. But the thing is, they had no smokes, no flashbangs, right? His teammate, I'm talking about Kenny S, his teammate can just hold there, hiding, telling, okay, they're on the bomb right now take a face. And he's just in the open, gets his head blown off, and that's a huge round for SK to pick up. Like we said, if they lose that, that's double eco. And now G2, their money's been heavily affected by that previous one. They will partial buy into this one. They keep the money about $1,000 per player. Body with a bit more, he'll be getting the AK-47 out. They have got full execution potential here as well with the smoked flashbangs, CZs. And let's see whether they can get rolling here. But Fallen seems to be getting to the swing of things now. Takes another roll shot as he finds MBK.
Kenny, quick check to the jump spot. Continues to Evaluate slowly with the Tech 9 by himself as well, but getting some control of the water position. They could start to execute with the smokes they do have. Pop flash in. Apex didn't really look away from his own flash, but fancies his chances. One spotted. I'm sure Apex spotted it toward jungle before the smoke deployed. Seeing on the boost as well, he gets a few shots in. But still SK that find the majority of the kills. Body only managing one on his AK. Apex. Nifty. He's got an AK to work with. Has head armor in this. Very, very tall order. Good shot on Cold. Looks again to try and find Fallen backing away inside of the window position. And they're getting more and more timid on the SK side. Another headshot potentially. He hits this. Oh. We have a round. Fallen makes the right call and just keeps his head down. No need to lose in that exchange early because bomb goes down after that. And Apex can easily swing to win it. They do show some patience and discipline, and they'll pull back the round and they'll take a lead 6-5. So SK, much like they did on Cash, fall down early and then pull it back.
Dicey there. It's going to be that partial buy from G2. Smokes towards the B side. You normally say on most maps, the B execution on those sort of limited rounds means you can normally get the bomb down. That happens, but it's down to that amazing shot from Apex to take Cold Zera. Pretty comfortable from that point. Taco and Fallen, they're sticking together, making sure they don't give anything away. The Orb survives, and same story for the AK-47 as well. G2 with the plant down, an extra $800 per player. So they'll be pretty comfortable in terms of money going forward, but that's now 3 rounds in a row for SK. If you are just joining us, the first map, which was SK's pick, went in favor of G2, 16-12, I believe. And we thought they might just run away with it on Overpass here. It was a great start, and they did have a nice, considerable lead, but now that's slipping away as SK Gaming take the scoreline to 6-5 here. Falling towards B this time, and this is a run boost coming in. I like the look of this. It's successful, but no one waiting on the other side. That could be very difficult to deal with. And now, though, default round, we have got 2 players from the CT side in towards Connector. That's Phelps and Fur. He's getting a lot of intel. This is very promising for them. The fact is that Connector's open, and now Body's gone down as well. Oh, almost a double kill for Fallen there while blind. Doesn't quite pull the trigger in time.
That would have been massive and heart-wrenching for G2 in this round.
Yeah.
Phelps is in a good spot. Very good spot. Apex thinks this is all clear. He's alone, so he's just playing it by himself. Head was down. I was going to call for his teammates to rotate by the looks of things as well, because Kenny's got the bomb heading that direction. Phelps spoils all plans. Fur is also trying to be sneaky and get behind them, but he's spotted. Oh, Phelps gets through, and Kenny had no idea that he was there. Quick greeting. Phelps gets away with 100 HP. The bullets just flew over his head. He's going to re-smoke off in bathrooms and continue to be a nuisance with that bomb down inside of the smoke as well. Chalks is going to ignore him. He's got confidence in MBK to win that duel. And as soon as he does, that means he could actually surprise them in the site and be a lot closer than they anticipate. Or this. Phelps backs up, back turned. Chalks, easy kill. Swing out, no one else exposed.
Yeah, now we've got something.
And now we don't.
Indeed, Cold Zera ready and waiting for that one. It's going to be the 3 versus 1 now. 15 seconds remaining, not really much MBK can do here. Maybe find one more kill. That would be something, but he will not be getting this plant down from what I can see. That's a good start. Smoke and CT spawn might give him something to work with here, but that's it. Round over, has to try and go for the plant. Taco ready and waiting towards the truck. Finds it, 7-5 now. That's actually going to be 4 rounds in a row for SK. And I think this is the tactical pause coming in from G2. Shoxy's called it. Here's the run boost map. This is quite nifty, but no one waiting on the other side. But he did get a kill after he managed to get himself in that turret position. So the pause coming in. In terms of the money for G2, it's not looking great. They only have the maximum, so 4 stage loss bonus to work with, which is $2,900. That's pretty much all they've got to work with. I think they have to take an eco here and allow SK to find round number 8 and winning the half. Indeed, it is a CT-sided map. G2 won't be feeling the pressure too much here, but there are some big rounds, especially that eco as well, that they gave away. That was quite disappointing, quite a sloppy round, and that could cost you maps against a team like SK Gaming.
Nice spinner, Taco. Way to be trendy.
Yeah, living up to the memes.
Yep.
Is he embracing the meme, though, or is he a slave to it?
He's probably a slave to the meme.
Okay, just, I know you have a rating system for memes, so.
Yeah, get back to you on that one.
Well, it looks like, okay, we've gone all in. G2 have managed to get 2 AKs here, upgraded pistols as well, a couple of smokes to work with. Molotov towards short for now, but they're looking at that first pick once again. Presumably, let one of the rifles face the jump spot. It's going to be Shoxy feeling brave, and no one going to be waiting on the other side. This will be maybe a contact B play with, Taco spots him with a couple of smokes deployed at the same time.
from MBK, though, even though he spotted them heading that direction. Cold gets a glance. That's enough for him to find the kill through the smoke. Speaking of, they've smoked off Phelps at Heaven, so bomb gets planted. There has to be another retake again against Pistols. 2 AKs to go along with it this time, though. Strengthens it considerably. And Apex and Shox are the two on the Pistols. Apex is up close when they wrap around from jungle, and Shox is anticipating Fur, or rather I should say someone to rotate around from behind. It is Fur, but Phelps is the one that starts off well, getting in through. Dropping down though, MBK finds him. MBK still in it with a fight. Another clutch situation where he has a chance in it, but Fallen has enough and spots him up. Fur's able to take the wall bang.
Yeah, nice wall bang there as well. Just in the nick of time, you can see the bomb getting to the tail end of its time there. So that could have been a little bit interesting there for G2. They managed to get the bomb down and a few kills as well. Here's the retake, a little boost coming in from G2. Shut down by Phelps. Some acrobatics out of that balcony position. Finds 2 kills and pretty much wins the round for his team. Money available for G2 once again. Their maximum loss bonus coming in with the bomb down as well. Means they get the AWP out once again. As you can see, Kenny S not really turning up to this map so far, Matt. 3 kills and 10 deaths. On the other side, Fallen with 10. So you to keep track of the AWP jewels there. We'll be looking towards middle for now. SK Gaming have won the half, 8-5. G2 looking to pick up the last 2 here. Another missed shot there from Kenny. He doesn't miss those every day.
No.
That was quite an easy one by his standards.
He was quite confident in it too, because as soon as he shot, he started flicking back to the right, so he expected to hit.
Yeah.
And he does not, but it's Fallen that gets Apex back as a result of it. So think of what that changes. It could have been a 5-on-4 for G2 instead.
Well. 5-on-4. CTs can fall back to the bomb site to this point. Don't need to overcommit, but he fancies a bit of the action. Takes down Body, and now surely he'll be falling back. He's taking the bomb down as well. Good incendiary. Kenny is hoping he can get something going there, but takes a lot of damage. Hoping the CT refaces. Bomb still down. We have got one player sneaking towards B. That's going to be Shoxy, of course. He's known to do this, and Taco seems to be aware, but he has snuck by.
Oh, Taco. He spotted him the first time and then took the shot. Which Taco kept going for it, but obviously didn't see him. Cold will back off the jungle. Dodges the first flash. Shox is trying to hold position to get his team into place. The bomb's coming through Monster now. I don't think Shox has spotted Cold in this position. It's not like Cold could do much of it from down below in the pit. Fallen makes a great entry back toward the site. Kenny's the one he finds as well, so the AWP gone to the T side. Another 4 versus 2 favoring SK on the retake. Shox this time, the one to start off again. MBK's gonna play it from ramp, and again, 2 headshots. But again, the round to SK.
Close but no cigar once again for MBK. 2 kills, both headshots as well. He's been great recently in the clutches, especially online, but can't find one here on Overpass. It's gonna be SK Gaming extending their lead to 9 rounds to 5. G2, maximum loss bonus and the bomb down once again, so he can certainly buy into this one. Another B play there. That was Shoxy. After losing the first 2 frags, he sneaks in towards the B site and makes it a possibility. Finds Taco, great shot there, smokes towards Heaven, calls for his teammates to come in. The bomb's planted, and the retake definitely thwarted, but overall, it's SK Gaming to win yet another clutch. Double AWP set up the finishes off here on the CT half. Cold Zero and Fallen this time. Body looking towards middle. Smoke's been deployed. No AWPs in the T side, and maybe it's not really working out for Kenny S's, but Cold Zero this time striking first. He takes down Shoxy, 5-4, just to note. Kenny S, 3 kills, 11 deaths.
Fallen and Fur going together this time in tandem toward long. Pull this back. Fallen has to hit those. Another miss, but somehow Body, in jumping out like that, exposed himself to Fur. So that's why they go together. It works. Fur's locked in between the giant column, if you will. The garden at the party.
Looking disappointing now for G2, but they do find the HE kill towards Fur. Finally taken down, but look at the damage being inflicted. 2 kills found, and MBK down to 25 HP as well. They've got no real map control here. MBK's in connector, sure, but they need to get to the bomb sites. Time's still fine. It's just under 1 minute. Apex towards long, the bomb's in middle, and Fallen. Such a scary prospect going up against him. Always guaranteed to be finding frags here. Baiting his teammate in. Phelps as well. Kenny S encroaching towards the mid area. Phelps smokes him out.
No, we didn't make it in the last game, by the way.
Yes, go on.
The first 8, there was no T rounds won against SK. Last game, they struggled to close down G2's T side. This time, doing a little bit better off and Fallen again. This is his position, but Apex gets him better on the second peak. Thankfully, Kenny's found by Phelps from that perspective, because even though Apex gets to the site, there's nothing to play for. It's 10-5 SK take control and a commanding control of the first half.
Absolutely. After having a really impressive third round force buy, we saw that Molotov play. It looked like G2 were going to run away with it, but SK looking very dominant towards the end.
To beat G2 in the semifinals and go to the grand finals, it's going to be a dream for us. I think we grow in a big stage.
I think it's not the real truth. From what I know, like they're using, they're talking to the media or stuff, getting like, yeah, we are ready, we are really strong, we're gonna win. But it's just some hype. But I don't think they're really feeling confident going against us. I think they have definitely something wrong against us. They don't like the French style or something like this. So he's saying this, but I think he is really scared about us.
I think every ESL Pro League that I played, I got to the grand finals. The first one we won, the second one we lost, was the tough one in Brazil. And the third one, I want to keep the same thing. I want to go to the grand finals. It's going to be insane for me.
I think, first of all, we just have to remember why we are here. It's because we love this game, we have the passion on it.
Yeah, we played against G2 many times. We know how they play, they are really aggressive, so we know how they play, so it's a good thing for us.
I think they have way more pressure than us, because they are definitely the favorites compared to us.
Actually, G2 against SK is one of the best matchups in CSGO, I think. Both good teams, good aimers. We have Shox, we have KNS, we have Code Zero, we have Fallen, so it's gonna be insane.
I mean, just make the best team can win. Like, you have some teams when you lose, like you are angry against yourselves, I would say. But I definitely don't have it against SK. I just want the best team to win.
Yeah, every tournament we play to lift the trophy. That's the main challenge for us. I think the last times we played against G2, we lost. So now it's our time.
When you are coming up to the goal, which is like lifting the trophy, you can sometimes having some fear about the win, you know. Like, you want to win, but you want so much badly to win that you are not playing as good as you should. So if we go to the final, I think we'll need to be definitely focused on this point.
Like, I love to play in a big stage with a big crowd. I think it's really special, and like I said, we grow when we see a lot of people screaming, and I hope they root for us. We are Brazilians, but we live here in North America, so we are really happy that they support us, and I hope they do in the semi-finals, in the grand finals, if we go to the grand finals.
Playing a Brazilian team here in Dallas, I think they will definitely have the crowd with them. So it's gonna be really hard, but anyway, like, every people who will be cheering for us, like, thanks for your support, and I hope we'll have a good show here.
Well, there you have it. Quite a bit of information from either team, and I like that Taco says they enjoy playing in front of a crowd, North American crowd no less, but he considers it at home. I don't know how they feel about that. I'm sure they're all behind Liquid, but
I think everyone
this side
loves
of the bracket,
yeah.
back in Dallas as well, of all places, historic. Tradition was carried on in a more subtle fashion. There was closed door lands with ESEA through their pro seasons, or invite seasons, I should say, until the inception of this league.
Well, there you have it. 10-5 in favor of SK Gaming. They switch over to the T side here. 3 sets of armor, but Body, he's not messing around. Wants that first shot. Spots a couple of players doing damage here, and no one finding a frag just yet, but Body finally nails it. He's going to be Ferg going down. 5 on 3 now as he gets the second and the third.
Nearly takes his teammate as well as he gets some damage in, but Apex doesn't mind. He'll go around the corner and still find what is the 4th kill of the round as Taco takes down Shox. It's the only kill thus far from SK. All G2.
Yeah, absolutely. Body with 3 kills there. Coming out the trap, swinging. It's going to be Taco remaining now. 4 versus 1 at this point. Hope the CDs make a mistake and you get to farm some cash. Maybe get a couple of kills and you can run towards the other side. Very unlikely. The bomb down. You don't need to work hard here as the CT side. KNS coming from T-Spawn as well, trying to be as quiet as possible. This is what Taco's hoping for, though. You can see him holding up in that position. And KNS is going to find him, though. Try and stay alive. He might get taken down, gets a dink there, but finally gets the shot required. G2 there, quite a clinical pistol round, Body especially. Missing a few shots, is a little bit messy at the start, but then makes up for it in the end after he manages to get 2 more with that first frag. That's an amazing shot, the second one. Great work. Another headshot for him.
Yep.
Likes it.
Certainly does. That splits our pistols. Ooh. DJ.
Remix.
Prius back there. Gonna go 2-2 on pistols is where I was going with that statement. So they've split them. The difference is, of course, in the first game, G2 obviously won a force buy. No one else has done that yet. We'll see if that changes now with SK. As they get quickly to the outside of B, they haven't penetrated through just yet. Outside of the monster tunnel is where the bomb is. They'll go in from bags instead to close off the angle, but Body, again, showing off the headshots.
Absolutely, looking very good in these first 2 rounds. Bomb will be planted though, so something to work for with SK here. We're going to see whether they can do anything more. No frag contained just yet. Good damage towards Shoxy, but the round looks like it's coming to his logical conclusion here as MBK gets the 4th and Body with the 5th. It's going to be him with 3 kills in total that round, same as he did in the pistol as well. Something to really rack them up now. Defuse comes in. Good news for SK Gaming after that force buy. They do manage to get the bomb down. There will be eco into round number 3, but they'll have a nice, decent buy in number 4. So a chance now for G2 to calibrate themselves and find some frags. Objective, keep 5 players alive. There's a replay from Body from that upper area, finding 2 crisp headshots. So more partial stuff from SK Gaming here. They won't get armor. They'll get Deagles, PT-50s, and 1 Tech 9 as well. Felt picks up a smoke. Like we said, a chance for G2 to just try and keep 5 alive. Allow Shoxy maybe to get the kills here. He's got the SMG, if you're not aware. Maybe a new viewer, CSGO. If you get the kills with the lesser weaponry like the SMGs, it's worth $600 per kill. An M4 is $300.
Oh,
like that.
Very quick indeed. Fallen tries to do anything he can. Bombs down. That's going to be the round already. Nothing that they can do about it. Phelps especially locked off toward the stairwell. And he closes it. Very fast round. So thank you very much for honoring the proceedings and getting us back to level head where we'll pick up AWPs. Just one of them, I should say, for Fallen. And 4 AKs to go along with it. Decent utility on all except for Fallen. They've got 4 smokes to work with.
Yeah, a bit of a bonus round situation here for G2. All 5 players surviving the previous round. The Famas is finding gun rounds, but not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. So they'll be keeping those up. And Shoxy with the UMPs. If they win this round, they're right back into this. They'll shut down the money of SK going forward. And as their accounts begin to swell, we'll see if it works out for them. It's round number 19 here. Body pushing off towards short. And he's with MBK as well. This is very common when you have this sort of bonus round like I just described. You want to try and find the first kill, get the early advantage in your favor. They're actually fully committing to this as well, heading towards T-spawn. There is a player waiting for them. That's going to be Taco in a very defensive position. He might find both kills there.
He might indeed. It's quite a good angle. Very defensive, but it's a hard shot. MBK shows us why. Headshot for him, and Kenny adds to that total. So Taco anticipated correctly that G2 would get aggressive, saving weapons over. Doesn't seem to make much difference. They do have the advantage now because they'll thin the defense considerably. Peculiar position as well for Apex in that regard. Shox will play backside, and he'll have to swing back through and try and pinch them in, which he could well do. Even that Fallen as an AWP, he's realized. Shox is crossed. He's ready for a jump, and I don't think Shox is going to be a fool enough to do so.
Yeah, CT players will jump to try and get information there, but coldzera is encroaching on the bomb site. He should be able to take this frag down, no problem. It's going to be indeed happening. coldzera finds it, and Apex equals things up. 2-on-2 now.
Cold, yeah, slipping in, did find that kill just as we jumped away, and Cold's going to find another. Reads that Apex is toward long, all onto MBK.
He's had so many clutches.
Very close. You'd think that eventually one's going to go his way. Planting for default. Molotov to go behind them. That forces them left on their exit, which means they go right into his crosshair, but Fallen's too quick. And SK find round 11, their first of the T side.
They keep SK honest there with this coming down to 1v1, but MBK once again, another 2-on-1 situation when he gets the first kill, then shut down the final hurdle there. It's Fallen hitting another fantastic shot. The AWP finds the first gun round for SK Gaming. Plenty of money available for G2, so we have another gun round going forward. Fur only with a Tech 9. That cannot be right. Apparently it is. That's all he's got. Pistol going into round number 20, like we said. It came down to the 1v1 in the end, so that's all he's got to work with. They'll need to find the opening pick to get him a weapon. And more aggressive plays here from G2. Apex and Body ready along. They might flash over. Shoxy's joining them as well. Waiting for a flashbang, something to work with here. Not committing just yet. But we go towards B. That's where it's looking like the bomb will be heading forward just to keep these guys entertained on the other side of the map.
He's going to rotate around as well, speaking of him. With B all but wide open, it's Kenny. Formidable force alone to solo hold with an AWP. One's gotten by in the flash. One crouches under. What an accurate shot as he had to line that up on just the forehead of Phelps. Fallen gets the shot back on MBK as he rotates in, but that means AWP of Kenny is still in position. Good read for Fallen as he's still waiting for the rotations to come around from behind them. He'll go down, long way from the site. He's bought a lot of time and space. He's bought position for Fur, but somehow he doesn't win the exchange. He's only tagged body with 1 bullet as well, which means they've got ample opportunity to get closer. Taco levels that out, finds him. It's going to be Cold that needs the information. As they swing around on him, Shox is able to get the kill. Pressure on for Taco. Tons of time with the kick for Kenny as he jumps across. Smoke down. He can get on this. He's going to as well. He's going to reverse the side, which means Taco's too far to the right. He can't find it. Kenny's holding. That's done. G2's got the round. They go to number 9.
Now already missing out on the bomb line up there. 1 bullet would have done it, but Kenny S smartly puts himself to the left-hand side, has a bit more cover to work with there, and Taco smoked out, has no choice but to submit and allow him to win the round there. That's quite a harsh reset. Sure, the bomb goes down, but they only get $1,400 on top of that 800 here. So it's an AK saved and a pause to come in. They have to work out how they get back into this one. Do they force buy around this? They've got about just under 3K per player. It's round number 21, G2. Finally coming up tops there in a clutch situation. It seems like the majority have gone in favor of the Brazilian side. So a pause just to work out how SK go forward in this one. Taco did save the AK, as you can see right there. And we haven't had the unpause just yet. So they're still contemplating their options. I would say with that buy, they're going to get 1,900 next round. I think you take an eco here. Maybe get some P250s along with this AK-47. Then you still have a buy going forward. 1,900 on top of the money they have right now. It's still enough for AKs. And we'll see whether that comes in. That would be my call at this point. A couple of flashbangs purchased by Fallen and Molotov as well. That suggests they'll go back towards B. Molotov, oh, they are. Oh, okay, Cold Zera's gone all in, surprisingly. So the money, they'll only get $1,900 on top of that. So the bomb has to go down in this round to have a chance to buy up the next round. This is a gamble. Let's see if it works out for them. 3 Tech 9s, PT-50, and the AK for Taco. He needs to light up the scoreboard this round. Has been good so far, holding that B position once again. The CTs, nothing too aggressive this round. They know the money is going to be in the proverbial bin. As we get into round number 21 here. Kenny S, of course, on the AWP. He's patrolling the A-bomb site.
Taco's waiting in the same angle again to see if anyone's going to push. Only 1 round for SK before the money was gone. Fur's gone top stairs. But look how passive G2 are playing, knowing the situation. All they need to find is SK and the AK for Taco. They've sent him on the hunt, not surprisingly. Bombs waiting back in the hands of Phelps toward the spawn. Taco opens it up. I imagine they'll try and go as fast as they can toward B, but there's 3 players in there. Even if Taco finds one on this side of the map, it's not like he's done much to open the door with the weaponry as it is.
Still a 5-on-5. SK biding their time here. 1 player up towards long. Kenny S could find a bit of a problem here, but that's Fallen. He's low HP. I think his position has been given away, been legged. By the looks of things, Bomb still towards the B side of the map. They have forced a rotation over the T side, so less body gets a couple of frags here. This could be problematic. Only gets 1. Got the Shoxy now to pick up the pieces.
He's fine. Good play. Shox both directions. It's Cold. Gets him down, but it's damage done. And enough of it. You'd expect at least, because the tapping of Tech 9 does considerable damage to Apex. Knows he's going to be going up towards the ramp. Just barely misses the shot, Cold. Has to swap over Tech 9s as well because ammo remains. Fallen desperate to get the bomb. Is very low on HP. Time's gone anyway. They'll have to stay alive. Keep the AK-47. Fallen just barely reached that. 1 round between them. G2 closing up late yet again.
Yeah, they're looking good right now. 11-10. This looks like another eco as well. Like we said, if Body only gets 1 kill, it's going to be problematic. But of course, Shoxy, strong as ever, manages to find 2 and secure the round. 11-10. So, what's the play here from SK? 2 players with no money whatsoever. That's Fallen and Cold Zera. The rest of the guys a bit more partial with their buy. It's going to be round number 22 now. 1 AK, Tech 9s, limited in grenades, 1 smoke and a flashbang. I'm not sure how they get into the bomb sites with that. It comes down to Fallen. He has been very good with the AK-47 this tournament. Primarily known as an AWPer, of course, one of the very best in the world. But no slouch with the rifles either. We'll see whether he can maybe light up the scoreboard here as we get into this. It's going to be G2 looking to tie things up. Your favorite scoreline, 11-11. And now a nice cheeky boost as well. Haven't seen this fine kills before. You can get information as to whether this CT AWPer is boosted up. Nothing gathered, though, as of yet.
As of yet. Taco. A few taps on the Tech 9. It's going to take a lot more than that. Fur does spot 1 jumping. Shox will have seen him as well, hence a little flashbang. Yes, I know you're there. I know what you're up to, Fur.
One smoke, one flashbang. The B commitment comes in momentarily. The flash comes in. They go through Monsters. Body to challenge first with the UMP. Not the cleanest to kill, but he gets it. Fallen takes him down. Now is a real chance for the T's here. Shoxy has to wait for rotation before he fully commits. Doesn't even get that done. Fallen managing to find 2 kills with the AK-47.
Big on the AK. Boost is smart from MBK, and Taco walks back into it. They've lost Fallen, the man who got all the kills, as Cole desperately tries to spray through to find the damage where he can. It's Phelps in the sight with the Deagle instead. Fast first kill, and he knows that he can back off. That'll do for now. It'll buy some space for Cole to work with. But Kenny's in a good position, reverse side of the bags. I think he's been spotted. He certainly has. Good strike back. Cole's got a real chance now, but he's trapped in. And NBK's going to get aggressive, and NBK's going to get the round. We will go to 11-11.
We will indeed. Bit of a tight round there. Some great shots coming in, especially with Phelps with that Desert Eagle. Very strong indeed to get that shot and open up the side itself. Comes down to the 2 versus 1 in the end for coldzera, but his position given away in the 1v1 scenario. MBK is waiting for him to overextend, takes him down. That's to be 3 rounds in a row for G2. The money's been a real problem for SK, but starting to stabilize now of another full gun round here. coldzera, he's only got the AK-47 and armor. No real nades to work with here, so still not a full buy going forward, but we'll see whether they can find round number 23 here. Still the single AWP setup for G2. They love a double AWP setup. Haven't really seen that so far on Overpass. Kenny S towards the B site and more aggression towards long. It seems like this is G2's go-to strategy there. Waiting to be flashed in and then try and challenge at that playground position.
Fallen just being patient as ever. To see if anyone will push up. He holds the bomb. Has a lot of times, to be fair, even though he's on the AWP, so letting the rifles try and get a little more aggressive as Fur and Taco set respective choke points toward B. I guess they're anticipating, and rightly so, that G2 is going to push those positions. They've done so quite a bit. Not so much this time as MBK gets down to the stairwell where Phelps awaits in the hallway. So very standard default. The aggression comes at A instead. Fallen is ready for it. Sliver to shoot through, and he threads the needle to take down Body. NBK's got to pull this back. He needs at least a kill here. If he doesn't, round done.
Yeah, Fallen wasn't actually ready for that first shot. They had to re-scope and manages to find 2 in the end. Now it's a 5-on-3, but MBK spots one rotating towards B. He could be the snake in the grass at this point. If he can find the timing to get behind them, if they're going to set up for a full execution, he could actually find maybe 2 or 3 kills, but they've already gone into the B side. Maybe the timing eludes him this time.
Taco straight contact. Fallen's waiting as well. Flames from Fur to take down Kenny. That should be the round in a 5 versus 2 bomb plant on B site. Fallen's got MBK. That is the round.
So aware. Fallen, what a round from him. 3 kills in total. Clean sweep for SK. Finally getting the guns back out and looking very strong in round number 23 here. 12-11, they take the lead back there. And this is what we were saying. It was G2. That aggressive stance towards long once again. Fallen just waits for his chance to strike. Takes 2. And now we get to the point where they could break the bank of G2. We have got enough for a buy. 3 and 4 so far on the UMP for Shox. Kenny S still on the AWP, but glass cannon mini, and he has a sniper rifle itself. No armor. That means if one bullet hits him, that shoots his scope off into the air. It's very difficult for an AWP to operate with no armor, but certainly possible. You just have to be very fast indeed. And that's something Kenny S is very good at, finding quick shots.
MBK and Body push through to make sure they cover off water, so they do get aggressive this time on B. Continues to be their style of play. And it's SK that sit well back on the T side. It's almost round in reverse from what you'd expect to see in terms of map control. Kenny stays very passive, however, on his AWP. Waiting to see if anyone's going to jump up over top to either spot for information or get on top of the flower pot. I was going to say it's not really a pot, is it?
Flower bed?
Flower bed, that's a better word.
Wow. 1 minute remaining, and it looks like they execute coming in momentarily. They're trying to reclaim along the CT side. Apex gets into that one and done position, but he's baited in by his teammate here. So Kenny has to take the first shot, but timing could be against them. Not even 1 kill. Fur finds Apex. Kenny has fighting back.
And he's in a good spot now. Fallen knows the angle, though. His timing was everything, because getting a kill at Bathrooms, he could have swung back out toward long, but now it's going to be Fur walking in. MBK does so well, but goes down. And Fur gets in position to cut off the headshot on Body, whose accuracy continues to be supreme. Fallen's going to try and run this back to be 27 seconds, AK-47. He's got to go. He's still checking Bathrooms, so yeah, it's going to have to be A. As soon as he hesitates for a second, there's no time. He's going to go straight up brawl, 2 versus 1, and spots out the first, but not the second. Body's ready for him. G2 steal back the round.
Fallen has delivered some memorable clutches on this map, but 2 versus 1, no real time to play with that. If he had maybe 10 more seconds, you're right, could have gone back towards B, but didn't have that to work with. So finding 1 round, SK, and unfortunately for them, they have been reset. They kept 5 players alive in the round they won, so the money won't be in a position where they have to eco here. It just won't be the best of buys. It's 12-12. We're coming to the closing stages here of the second map. 1-0 in terms of the best of 3 standing for G2 at the moment, looking to get that 2-0 finish. Another pause for SK here. You get 4 per game to use. Round number 25, Fallen, the tactical mastermind of this team, working out how they get into this. They're having a look at the money right now. Phelps and Taco have brought up armor. And it looks like they will be going all in map. It's going to be a mishmash of a buy. 2 AKs, a Galil, a UMP, and Taco yet to buy. He's only got the Glock right now, but he already has armor. Presumably, he brings out the Galil. Oh, actually opts for the AK. Only had $2,700. Exactly enough for that weapon. Means he only gets a Molotov and a flashbang. No smoke for him. Big round now for SK. Lose this, almost certainly going to be an eco. And that is not a place you want to be on the round number 26 part.
Slow push in toward the lower tunnels. That's clear. Tick the box. And rush. And rush to catch Apex, who starts to look toward the park side. He's going to swing around. Kenny's still playing there. AWP up close. Kenny, master of it, but he's flashed off. Who's going around the corner first? Apparently neither. As he goes back in. Bomb denied. Help to Phelps for taking down Fallen that time, but they'll grab the bomb again, and Fur should go for the plant. Phelps has to continue pushing in. Kenny, big miss. That'll buy them more space, but they haven't gone for the plant. They finally will. As it goes down, their manpower limited. MBK again with a double that's unanswered. Unanswered until now. Fur fighting only 1. All he can deal with, and Taco's got to be patient. It is planted for him, but there's smokes, 2 of them to put on top of the bomb. He's playing the longer angle. They'll double that smoke, so there is no chance to push up, and Kenny jumping above. Diffuse comes in. They'll take the lead, G2.
Bit of a Hail Mary play there from SK Gaming. Like we said, the mishmash buy coming in. Didn't really have the utility to work with as well. Opted for the fast A strategy. G2 have been showing most of their presence towards long. It works out. They get the first kill on Apex as well. But Kenny has such a nuisance area. Finds 1 kill, buys his teammates some time. And Jason's been saying MBK's back. And this game he certainly is. He actually found his 28th frag for G2 at this point. 28 kills, 19 deaths. That's not bad at all. Looking for that 30 bomb. And like we said, bomb down. They have to be ego here, SK. Tech 9s, Deagle, no nades, apart from 1 flashbang in the hands of Fur. G2 looking to get a 14-12, but they did allow a few pistol rounds to slip by on Cash. And on this map as well. We'll see if the same thing happens here. This will be massive if SK Gaming can somehow win this round. Falling towards long on the Desert Eagle. There is a player waiting for him behind the tree.
Yeah, he's going to walk straight into this.
He could do this.
Good actually. Oh, he didn't.
He
did. Okay. I wasn't sure. He realized it Fallen.
Bit of an anticlimax there.
I thought he was just going to walk right by, but
yeah.
Either way, same result. Only 1 shot lands. Apex on 59 after all of that. Taco's up to the bags, but he won't go much further. Smoke down. Apex has gone all the way down long, and Cold's still waiting in the bathroom. Best chance is that Apex calls it's clear. Kenny's rotating. Cold could slip in and get a plant out of this if the timing is right. Problem is he's got to go pretty much right now because Apex could easily swing back and catch him. They're getting closer to it. They think Apex has called this. They're going off of his information. It's misinformation at this point in time.
Or is it?
Oh, now he knows. Now the rotation comes back in. Spots 2.
Yeah, so that's great from him. They're going to have A-side control. Bomb not quite there, but Phelps, he could have an interesting position here. They're going to have knives out. Could be the double frag. Shoxy panicking now. Phelps looking for a second frag. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He might be taken down at this point.
Held them off long enough to give position to his 2 teammates. Cold's going to babysit the bomb. If he'd found a double in that position, things would have gone very well. Apex is working back up long. That's Cold's problem, but he does well to get NBK immediately. All onto Fur, tapping with a Tech 9 aim punch, bit of a factor, but still manages only 1 kill. That's all he gets. 14-12 now for G2, and only 2 rounds still for SK on the T side. Bomb plant's going to give them a lot more money.
Absolutely. Apex with 3 kills there. Just about avoids Fallen, who did spot him behind the tree there. Takes him down to the first shot. Let's have a look how this looked on Apex's screen. So he's behind the tree, spots a shadow, a little bit late reaction there, but managed to recover and get the shot in his favor. It was then the T player made his way towards CT spawn. That could have been an interesting position. Phelps only gets one. If he gets a double kill there, they have a real shot of winning that round. And I would have said SK picking that one on would have got them right back into this. But still another gun round here, 14-12. Round number 27, falling back on the orb. No head armor though, and it's Kenny S. The head armor not a factor as he takes him down with the aggressive pick towards Fountain.
Taco's going to wait patiently again to see if anyone will go through. But the first pick to G2 in this, a gun round for SK, which have been few and far between on this T side, is all important because it could be the end or the beginning of it. Cold catches off Shocks.
That's sloppy from Shocks. It's a 5-on-4. He doesn't really need to hunt for information there. What was he really hoping for? Wasn't flashed over, just went for the drive phase at that point and just didn't get anything for it. Now it's a 4-on-4, which technically favors the T's. Kenny has a spotted one. The flick shot doesn't land. Definitely had potential too.
He's almost lucky he missed the jump.
Yeah.
Because I think Kenny would have nailed it if he got up on top of the bed. Just like you nail things on beds, Henry. Phelps will rotate around. Fur. It's down inside of the hallway. Cold, it's still holding off the same angle that Shocks went down at, but it's body and MBK inside of the site this time. And Apex pushing at bathrooms. No information at long, so Kenny's not free to leave the A site just yet. But he is ever closer to rotating around. Phelps needs to hold this position. Oddly as that sounds, needs to be able to turn back and cover off Apex on rotation once the bomb goes in. Utility to aid his teammates and attention elsewhere. The three men from Monster, they're the ones that have to take the site. And MBK, he's baited them in so far that Taco goes hunting for him, gets tunnel visioned. And Body's able to take the shot back with 11 seconds. They have to hold the plant. Fur's gonna do so. The Cold's gone. It's all on to Fur and the flank comes through. Phelps couldn't win the duel between him. And that spells the end of the round and map point with no money for SK.
Series point at that as well. This is the best of three, the semi-final, the first of today.
Bomb plant gives them a little bit.
It does. So they'll have enough to buy, sure, but that's 4 rounds in a row. So they get $2,900, 15-12. Road lead here for SK Gaming. They found themselves in a very similar situation on Cash. Managed to get 3 or 4 rounds together to close the gap. As actually then they lost the pistols to find the map victory for G2 here. Looking at that 2-0, all for Kenny S once again. It looks like a fast B commitment. All 5 players this side of the map. This could be a straight-up rush map. It's definitely an interesting play, but they're going for it. This is it. Can they find the round?
Fast, but through flames. And in blindness, they'll start to fall down. Phelps gets at least a kill back, thankfully, because Body was swinging in a position where he could have found more toward Monster. And Fallen's gonna go fast plant. They've got to throw everything at it to keep him alive in the post plant, to get the bomb down so they can't wrap around. Exactly that. As Taco goes down, Cold can't do anything of it. He wants to swing, but Apex holding the angle. It's all on to Fallen on the site. Down he goes to Shocks and Phelps inside. Oh, it's only 17 HP, and that won't do. It's G2-0 over SK. They move in to the grand final.
Very good performance here from G2 today. Clinical stuff. Cash was excellent. That was SK's pick, and they look like the much better team overall. The fragging potential. Everyone turns up on this team, and I have to say, SK struggling. Some of the superstars not necessarily performing. Coldzera, you hate to say it and keep bringing it up, but he's a player who's not living up to expectations here. That's a disappointing finish to the Pro League for SK. Looking to get in the finals once again. Narrowly missed out of Cloud9 in the previous season in front of the home crowd. Looking for redemption here and couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it at all. So G2, one step closer. SK, they bow out in the semifinals. But who will G2 play? Is it going to be Liquid or North who advance straight through to the semis? And North desperately need that because they've had trouble in playoffs. They're going to buy to go a little bit further for once.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a hell of a matchup there. And G2 booked themselves a place in the grand finals. Kenny S, definitely pivotal in that situation. He wasn't so as electric on Overpass, but Cash especially. That's one of his absolute best maps. He looked phenomenal in that one.
Did indeed, always does. And I have to say, after winning on Cash, Overpass, it may seem good on paper between the two of them, but G2's just got the upper hand on it and firepower, like you say. The stars of G2 showed up brighter today, I have to say. Cliche as that sound. But that said, Kenny S is on the stage with Golden Boy.
All right, guys, I'm down here with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. Put your hands together. Kenny S. All right, I asked you before the cast was through to us. Apparently, you're not feeling all that. What's going on, man?
Nothing really bad. I'm just feeling really sick because of the American icy. Thank you very much. So I have some fever and I'm coughing a bit more than usual. So I'm really happy that we managed to close it out pretty fast because I could not handle a turn map.
Yeah, well, now you got a little time to rest, thankfully, right? Maybe you'll turn that AC down just a tad, for tomorrow. All right, so I do want to ask you, there's actually one thing in particular that I did want to ask about that last round. Was at the first half. You guys all kind of ran into the Molotovs there. It was just like a weird instance. Me and the rest of the analysts were talking about in the back. What happened in that instance?
In the last one?
It was the, what was it? Second game, first half.
I don't remember, I'm sorry.
Fair point. Fair point. It was a very specific moment, to be honest. I was just looking at it, I was like, okay. In any case, so, going into it, you guys picked up cash. You felt pretty confident. Did you expect the Overpass pick?
They actually picked...
I'm sorry, yes, the reverse. My bad.
we expected them to pick cash, actually. Because they won against Fnatic in group stage, like, pretty easily. And we never played them on cash, so we never beat them. And we managed to beat them on globally Overpass in best of one already in the past. So, yeah, it was kind of obvious for us that they would pick cash. Between cash and Inferno, maybe. But, yeah, it was obvious for us.
All right, so you guys are moving on. Huge opportunity up ahead for you. Against the two teams who are coming up in just a little while here, who would you rather face in the finals?
We really want to face North because they are really cocky. And we want to show them that winning an event doesn't mean anything against CS.
Ooh, all right. That's spicy. I love it. Kenny, get some rest, my man. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it, guys. Over at the desk, take it away.